Hi, Leo. This is Carrie Mubarak at Wooing Nature. Hope everything is going well for you. This is your November reading, and I've got some great decks to share with you this month. I'm going to be reading from the Sacred Rebels, Tried and True, Alana Fairchild. I always get a great message and some really thought-provoking information that comes from that deck. And then we're going to be looking at the people that are coming towards you in the month of November, and we're going to look at them through the animal spirit. So we're going to see what kind of personalities, personality traits, things to look out for in the people that are coming towards you. And then we will finalize your reading with the tarot. I always go to tarot for my detailing, and this is a great deck for that. This is the Zillich tarot. I featured this on The Art of the Deck. So if you want to see the flip through of this deck by Christine Zillich, then check out The Art of the Deck, Christine Zillich, and you can see the entire deck. But a great deck to read from. All right, so we've got some very important planetary movements that have been happening for quite some time. Some of you will already know who these are, Pluto and Saturn. I've been talking about them since last year. Pluto's been in effect for way more years than that, where it is right now. But it's really drawing us into focus. It's bringing the spiritual and the material together. The idea of heaven on earth, the idea of being able to bridge spiritual and material right now is very strong. But in order to do that, we have to be in alignment. You have to be in alignment. This is some next level stuff. Some people are very comfortable with that, but some people are not. But right now we are refining, we are lifting, we are ascending, and so that takes these lessons to the next level for all of us, even if these are people who are, master magicians and all of that other kind of stuff. So we are learning how to refine our gifts and refine our skills. So Leo, you are right there in that and in that juncture. So we have Pluto in Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn, Jupiter in Capricorn, and then they will be moving into Aquarius very soon. So we're going to see some changes to take place that are going to be different from our current paradigm. But this has just been a grinding, grueling period, as we all know, energetically and physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's been quite a test of our wills and quite a test away from our wills in a lot of situations. So everybody, just, learn how to let go of that. Learn how to just be obedient to the spirit. And like they said, obedience is better than sacrifice. So if you feel like you've had to do a lot of sacrificing, then just be obedient. Listen to the spirit and let the spirit lead you. I'm not talking about listening to a whole lot of people right now, myself included. Okay, just get what you can get from the reading, and then you start moving on your own between now and December. That's the whole point, right? You need time to assimilate whatever it is that you may have gleaned from this reading or any other reading that you may be getting. All right, so we're moving right on into Sacred Rebels for you, Leo. Just need one card for Leo for the month of November. Just something of guidance, something of focus for Leo. There we go. All right, so we have the shock of the new. The shock of the new. Okay, so new things can be a little shocking, but that doesn't mean that it's a negative. It just means that, okay, I didn't know that. That's some new information. For those of you who know about the Johari window, it's the part of the window that you didn't know that now you know. I am seeing your throat chakra being activated, and also your third eye chakra. So that's your sixth chakra. So we're talking about fifth and sixth that are being activated, and your eyes are open now, right? So some of you may be getting some information, some surprising information. But what I want you to do is I want you to veer away from the information being negative, right? Whatever the shock is to the system, it's there just to do that. It's there to jolt you into a different avenue. And so, whatever avenue or whatever path that jolts you around, and you then go into it, because like sometimes you get the shock and you're like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. Or it could be, oh my God, I like it, whatever it is. So, whatever happens, whatever path it sets you on is the path that you need to be on anyway. So, the idea of a shock being negative or positive, I want you to kind of get that out of your head. I am seeing, resonance and sound being very important. I think that that's about your throat chakra. So your singing bowls, you need your singing bowls. You need to do your hertz. For those of you who like to listen to the different hertz for the different things, you need to do that. But singing bowls, tingsha bells, any kind of bells, any kind of chimes, crystal bowls, um, even music, a certain kind of music to put you in a certain mood. But I'm getting that it's about resonance and sound being very important. So do your third chakra things. Like if you're doing the hertz things, do it for the third chakra. Third chakra. Where am I at? do it, do it for your fifth chakra and your sixth chakra, your throat and your third eye chakra is where you need to be. And I'm seeing some blossoming coming from that. But definitely work on your throat chakra, because your throat chakra needs your attention, or there's something that needs to be spoken, or something that needs to be said, Leo, that you have to speak. You have to speak. It's not something small either. It's not just like you want to have something to say. It's something very important and very significant that needs to be said, and you're the one to say it. And so you have to energize yourself around it. It could be some information that you need to share with somebody, or it may be something that you have to say on behalf of other people. Could be your family, could be people at work. Hold on, because the animal cards are coming out already. So whatever it is, the main thing is that you are the voice for that. And so you have to make sure that I'm not a proponent of people mincing their words, but if it's something of a heavy nature, then you want to spend time with yourself, understanding your role as the spokesperson, and then try to deliver it in a way that's palatable. That's what I'm saying. All right, so let's see, Sacred Rebels, what Alana Fairchild's channel has to say. This does come in with the number 6, okay? Number 6. So for those of you who are numerologically inclined, that is a 6. I got to go get my glasses. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, we're rolling. So, as I was saying, we're going to the text. Number 6. 6 is usually about family to me. For some reason, it seems like family. 6 is one of those numbers that I don't spend a lot of time with. Maybe I'm not around a lot of 6 people or something, but for some reason, it feels like family whenever 6 comes up. All right, it says, shock of the new. What wild, unconventional voice is calling you? Can you hear it? It is so different and so unusual, it might be hard to decipher, like hearing an unfamiliar language for the first time. It might be hard to discern with great clarity now, but there is an affinity between you and this strangely beautiful newness seeking to manifest. That's that throat chakra. This oracle says that there is a stirring at the deepest level. I apologize about the light. At the deepest level within you, something new will break through, and the process of this birth may be a shock to you. The shock will transform into great joy and a sense of tremendous liberation, but you must bear the strangeness first. That strangeness might be something that rattles your beliefs about yourself and your world, daring you to become more of yourself, more open to where life is leading you, and more willing to be the unique sacred art. No, to be the unique sacred art crafted by the hand of the universal creator. The nature never shies away from strange beauty. She allows for endless diversity, and her sacred works are often peculiar and stunning. Now, that is something that is so true in nature. All it takes, go to the botanical gardens, Leo. This might not be the time because it's kind of the fall, but just look at the fall leaves. Nature shows us that you can take any colors and put them together and they can be beautiful. You can just look at a vast, spray of green. You can go and look at dirt and it can be beautiful. So um nature allows for uniqueness, but sometimes we don't allow for uniqueness. You know, we got to get our life together. All right, so you're being asked to surrender any fear you may have of being seen as exotic or unusual, eccentric or bizarre. You're being asked to make peace with strange beauty and to let it happen through you in creative flow. Perhaps you need to allow your conventional ideas of beauty to become even more inspired and open. Perhaps you can allow your need for the world to behave according to your fixed ideas to fall away. You will receive so much more in its place. And that's what I was meaning about the path. Once it shocks you and you see where you're going, don't worry about what you left behind. The oracle comes with a special message for you. There are rumblings and stirrings of the creative life force happening now, deep in the undercurrents of your being. If you are very attuned or sensitive, you may have consciously felt this already with excitement, discomfort, or both. Sometimes those little inks, those little anxiety feelings that you feel is really the energy jumping up in you. It is. Sometimes I don't want anybody to not check on their anxiety, but sometimes if you have those little, like something surging through you, that's what it is. All right, so be on the lookout for the big shift of new birth, the shock of new, the unconventional, the strangely beautiful, and the disturbing liberation of that which is foreign stepping into your life. This is life creating the stage upon which you will experience greater fulfillment. Don't be nervous if the rumble of change turns into a mighty roar that rocks boats, bursts forth as novel ideas, and changes things in a way that is out of your control. This is very tower. This is tower card energy. Let's see what comes up in your tarot. This is life happening. Free fall into it. The oracle of the shock of the new comes to you saying the old way is on its way out. You are being invited, dragged, nurtured, and coerced into the new, and you can handle it. Thank you. All right. Now that's a message for a whole lot of people, not just Leos. You got to, as we are moving into the ascension, and we are in the ascension, we're in that process. It's still going on. For some people, they've already ascended, or they think they have this, and they don't know that they're getting ready to go through another one or something like that. But we're all going through this ascension process, and it is requiring more of us than what we've been doing before. But it's not something that we're not ready for because we've been preparing for it through our spiritual study, right? So we've been in the books, but now it's time to put the books, what you learned in the books and on Google and from your friends and all this other kind of stuff. Now you're going to have to start applying it and put it into practice. And then you got to know if it works for you, because some of the things you're following, it don't even work for you, but you're not willing to accept it. So you got to accept the fact that some things don't work for you that may work for others. And there may be things that you need to do that's not like anybody else, that allows you to be in synchronicity with your spirit consciousness. That's all. This isn't really new. It's just an application. Okay? It's an application. All right. So we're moving on to the Spirit Animal Oracle, Colette Baron Reed with Jenna Della Gratalia. I always like to shout out the artist in the deck, because that's where I get a lot of my messages from. It's from the art more so than the book. Okay. All right. So what I'm doing with these cards today is I'm looking at, I need to wipe off my glasses. I'm looking at the people that are coming towards you in the month of November, Leo. What types of people, their archetypes, some of their personality traits, things like that, so you can be on the lookout for these folks, because these are folks that you're going to need for whatever reasons in your life. So you need to pay attention to that, to those folks. And so we already got 2 out. I'm going to pull at least one more unless Spirit gives us another one. So we got armadillo spirits coming in towards you. Armadillos are, well, first of all, they can withstand a whole lot of heat and pressure. That we know. They have this armor around them. So these might be soldiers, these might be footmen, these might be people that you consider to be your very close comrades. For some of you, these are your spiritual warriors that are around you. They can withstand a lot of pressure. These are animals that people don't even really pay that much attention to, but yet when you see them, you do know them. Okay? So they may be operating in the invisible. And when we say the invisible, we're not talking about Harry Potter. What we're talking about is people who are able to maneuver smoothly in the physical realm because their spirits are covered and cloaked in such a way that they can get to some places, okay, if they need to. So I want you to look up the armadillo spirit. I want you to find out about the armadillo, just the animal itself, okay? For those of you who live in regions where the armadillo lives, you will know a lot about this animal and how it maneuvers. You need to pay attention to how it moves, when it moves, that kind of thing. And then these armadillo spirited people will also be around you to be a mirror of that, okay? So if that's something that you struggle with, if you don't know how to protect yourself or to shield yourself, and you have people around you who are like your shields and protectors, that's a good thing. Like, you know, you may not need to worry about it if you got a lot of armadillo people around you, but if you're trying to engage the armadillo energy within yourself, then these people can be an example of that. But I want you to read up on the armadillo, or if you're in the area where armadillos live, when they show up for you, I want you to really pay attention to what they're doing and how they're moving and when they show up, particularly. Because sometimes you'll be thinking about something, all of a sudden you look at, there's an armadillo. I don't know. So then we have flamingo. Now this is 2 different regions. So maybe for some of you, you guys may be around flamingos if you're in areas where flamingos live. Again, spend time with these animals because it's nothing to see the animal on the card. I mean, I'm doing this for the sake of us being on a video and, you know, that kind of thing. But if you are near where these animals live, go and observe them, spend time with them, and look at them and watch them, because what you're going to learn from them is how these kinds of people are. Now, flamingo, I got this in another reading. I believe it was Cancer's reading. So I don't know a lot about flamingos. What I do know is their association with pink, their association with water. I know that, well, what I've heard or learned is that their coloring comes from what they eat. So they are what they eat. So watching your diet, or people who are conscious of their diet that then share that information with you. They're also noticeable, you know, like these 2 animals are very noticeable, but in a different kind of way. Like I said, this one is something, you know, people don't think about an armadillo, but when you see it, you're like, oh my God, you know. But this one has a very different energy to it too. Now the card says embrace the in-between. So maybe these people are coming to you to teach you how to embrace this kind of middle ground where you are right now, particularly if it's about ascension. And then the armadillo spirit, the card says to set healthy boundaries. And so of course with that shell, with that exoskeleton, I don't know what you call it, it's a shield. It's a shield. So some of you may be having people that need to shield you. All right, let's see who else is coming toward Leo in the month of November. The types of people, types of spirits. Okay, turtle spirits. Okay, we got 2 more for you. So we got turtle spirits and we have swan spirits. Turtle spirits are slow and methodical. They are earthy. They are grounded. They're going to take their time. They're going to teach you how to take time, and they're also going to teach you some patience lessons. So if you're struggling with being patient with yourself, your turtle people are going to help you with that. They're going to also be there to remind you to slow down. This is a 62, which breaks down into an 8. So this is actually a manifestation in a building number that's associated with this turtle, which is interesting to me because sometimes we have to slow down in order to build up. Like sometimes we want to be on a fast pace, but the turtle people are going to be there to remind you, hey, you might need to slow down a little bit, take your time, build the structure well rather than fast. Now, y'all know what it's like when you go in a house, they put it up fast. You ever seen people put a house up or building up so fast, you'd be like, I don't think I want to go in there. They put that up a little bit too fast. All right, so then we have the swan spirits, and the swan spirits are those people who are blossoming, who are growing, who are coming into their own. They are birds of the water again, so they are comfortable with their emotions. They're comfortable with how they feel about certain things, and they're okay with the group, but they're also okay just flowing it alone. So these individuals are going to be swan-like, very graceful, very poised. If you are around swans or even geese. So if you're not around swans, geese are also, if you watch geese, ducks, any birds that move on the water in the way that the swan does, you want to pay attention to that because that's going to also show you some fluidity. So what I'm getting from your cards, Leo, is that the people that are around you are there to mirror back to you some certain qualities. Armadillo quality, flamingo quality, turtle quality, and swan quality. So you are building up all of these energies in yourself. And so these people are really there to mirror a certain kind of behavior to you so that you can adopt some of those things for yourself. Now, everybody, some people come into your life for different reasons. And it looks like the people that are coming into your life in November are there to mirror back to you some qualities that Spirit wants you to adopt or to remind yourself that you have within you and utilize, okay? Because it's all in us. It really is. All right, on to the Zillich. Going to the Zillich. We're going to the Zillich. We're going to the Zillich for the tarot. This is for the detailing. I always like to get to my detail from the tarot. These are like, details about your life. Something more specific, not just positive words and things to think about, but also what's going on. Okay? All right, Leo. Leo, November. Leo, November. Leo people in the cipher, those who will be connecting to this line that I don't even know are going to be connecting to this line. This is for you. Okay. All right. So we've got the 9 of Wands. We got some solar plexus things going on too. So now we got the solar, we got the throat, and we got the 3rd chakra for you. Is that right? Was that yours? I hope I'm not off. Anyway, all of that. Then we have the, because this is about you being able to connect your will center to the greater spiritual, oh no, not the greater spiritual, the greater natural world, to the natural world. And so you're connecting that. You're connecting your will, your spirit, your power, your energy source with the energy sources that exist in the universe, fire, water, air, earth, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. You're connecting to all of those things so that that energy can replenish you and so that you can, so it can replenish you. You need the replenishment. That's what's going to give you your strength. That's what it says right here, strength. See that? All right, so that's what's going to give you your strength. You need some strength, and you're going to get it from Nature is there to give it to you. It's there to refresh you. Think about when you go to the beach or when you go and get some fresh air. You know, your mind is cloudy. You go outside and get a breath of fresh air. You feel better. Take a walk. You know, watch the leaves fall. Go spot a bird. Go look at that flamingo and, you know, and connect. That's what it's all about. That's what you have to do. All right, so you're overcoming a couple of things. Look at you. Look at you. Look at that lion right there, you know. So that's your lion energy. That's your lion spirit coming through or not coming through. And you're trying to wrestle it. You're trying to, what are you trying to tame yourself, Leo? Lions out. Okay. I mean, people do tame lions, but, you know, is that what you want? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. Is that what you want? For some of you, yeah, you might need to get a handle on some things. We do have the strength. This card translates into the strength card. So we got strength coming up twice for you. And I definitely see your energy with this lion here. But I'm also getting the death card in reverse, transformation. Something needs to happen there. There's some kind of greater understanding of yourself that needs to happen so that you can, yeah, it's a greater understanding, higher in reverse here. So there's a greater understanding of yourself that you need to accept, and you also need to make happen for yourself. Some of this has to do with you examining your belief systems or what the belief systems that were instilled in you versus what you really feel deep down on the inside. See, right now, because of this ascension, the spirit does want you to listen to the spirit, not to everybody else, because everybody else is running their mouth and talking a whole bunch of stuff, and it's crazy. So they want you to go within so that you can hear the spirits that are governing you, right? Come on here. Princess of Dis. So that's why you're not feeling fruitful. That's why you're not feeling fruitful. See, this is fruitful. This is she's pregnant with possibilities. She's whatever is going on around her, she's still good because she's still holding on to her fire. She's still holding on to her spirit. Her inner being is still walking with her. So whatever obstacles come in her way, it doesn't matter. And I'm using these pronouns pejoratively. I don't know if that's the right word or not. I'm just looking at the card. Could be a he, could be a she, could be a them, those, or they. Doesn't matter to me. The point is you being able to access your joie de vivre. And so I feel like what's happening is that you're trying to wrestle a side of yourself that is not wrestlable. You need to let that go because it's attached to an old belief system that you can't, you know, it's like you're trying to fit your dodecahedron self into a little box this big, and it's not possible because you're Leo. Good gracious. All right. So anyway, that's why you're not prospering. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups in reverse as well. That's talking about that self-love. Look at this card. I love this Ace of Cups because it really is about you connecting to your own emotional self, to the spirit that is within you, to those spirits that govern you outside of you. Like, we're talking about perception here, so inside, outside, you know, whatever. It's the spirits that govern your cuerpo, your body, right? And you need to connect with them. You need to connect with them, and you need to connect with them from your heart space and also from your third chakra space. So it's a spiritual union that has to happen. And you can't do that spiritual unioning when you are denying a side of yourself that is yourself. When you're trying to squelch that part of yourself, your spirits they're not interested in that. They're not interested in you squelching any part of yourself that is yourself. You just have to be clear about what those things are. And that takes the work that you have to do, Leo. That's the work that you have to do. So that third chakra work is important for you in this month of November. It's very important because what it's going to do, again, is connect your will center with the will of the universe in such a way that you don't have to, it'll start to help you understand your nature. That's what it is. Because nature is nature. The nature of a tree, the nature of a flower, nature of a bird, nature of a person, nature of you, nature of your family member. Nature of the person is on your last ass nerve. It's all nature. You just have to know how to move it and maneuver with it. All right. I was getting ready to close the deal and they gave me one more. So, there you go. So there's the Knight of Cups. That's you moving forward. That's you overcoming this hurdle. This is you being able to fly literally over this hurdle and to do so with an inner sense of power. This is you walking away from something that was keeping you like this, all holed in. No, you're not a baby anymore. You're not in the womb. You don't need to be all fetal. You got to be like this. That's Leo. So if you haven't been feeling that way, it's simply because of something, some little embedded little seed that got planted in your head that said, oh, you shouldn't be like this. But that's exactly who you are. And how you gonna tell me how to be when you didn't make me? I love when people come with that stuff because it's like, you know what? You didn't make me. You didn't create me. Not really. You know, even your parents, yeah, they, they made it happen. So you got to give your honor there. But ultimately, you belong to the Creator. And the Creator was the one that mixed it up. Look at your siblings and stuff. Y'all all different. The same two people, if you got the same parents, same two people, had kids, all of y'all different. Okay? So you're different too. So you got to overcome that, bump that stuff, You got to be you. That's you right there. I hope you can see it. Anyway, it's somebody that's like, so be that, do that, live that, love that. All right, so I hope you have a great day. This is your reading. If you need something further, a deeper dive, if you want to do your own personal reading, this, that, and the third, the information is going to be in the description box where you can find me, and you can always reach out to me here, and we can make that connection. Okay? Have a great day. Have a wonderful November, and have a fabulous life.